Welcome everyone to an awesome little video from Twisted Dice. I'm Darren, and today I'm going to be joined with Ace himself, the Tyranid King.
Tyranids Aceface, I like that.
The
Can I have
great
that?
Devourer.
The great, I like that even more. You get me hot under the collar, Darren. Keep talking dirty to me.
Well, look, everyone knows you best for your Tyranids, and
They do.
test your lore a little bit more, and
Oh,
we're gonna push you to that little bit further and just see how much of the lore do you know. And today, if you haven't already noticed, the little fellow that's just peeking over our shoulders, we're going to talk nothing other than the Deathleaper himself, or
yeah.
as I
What a
normally call him, the
cool
Deathleper.
the Deathleaper you have. Yeah, you have been known for calling him the Deathleaper in the past. And what a cool character. Probably one of the most fun and kind of, but also sinister characters within the Tyranid kind of world and kind of their kind of fluff and history. Really, really exciting. There's loads and loads of kind of almost like hidden references to, to sci-fi and alien movies and all sorts. He's got such that kind of, real kind of classic, sinister kind of baddie feel. He really has got personality. And hopefully you enjoyed our last video. What we'll do for you guys is put a little card up. So if you want to see our previous video where we talked about Kraken and we talked a little bit more about Tyranids as a general, we talked quite a lot about how they are, how they act as a hive mind, how they're, this kind of unstoppable, no personality, just this unstoppable force. But the thing with Deathleaper is he's quite different. He's quite unique in the way that he kind of feels, right?
Oh, 100%. He's like a completely different kettle of fish straight away, isn't he?
He
He's
is. He
like
is.
sneaky, but he plays a ultimate. He does play the ultimate role for the Tyranids, though, right? And that's the thing.
Yeah. He's really, really important as well. He plays like he does a job that a lot of Tyranids and kind of it's all part of their invasion strategy, but definitely almost takes it to a whole different level. But yeah, so it's going to be fun, kind of breaking it down and having a little bit of chat about the kind of the history of the Deathleaper. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about how the Deathleaper plays on the table and how he features, we'll also put another link for you in the description, but also I'll put a card up now where you can see a bit of tactics and how to play the guy, because I love playing him on the field as well. But today is all about the fluff and the story and the back, kind of everything that goes around the Deathleaper. But if you enjoy this and you enjoy our videos, before we get started, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, give us a cheeky comment, let us know what you think about the videos. It really helps us out tons. We're desperately trying to push through to that 10,000 subscribers mark. We're really moving in the right direction, and you guys are helping us out tons. But if you want to help us out even more, just make sure you push that subscribe button. We'd be eternally grateful if you do that for us. And if you want to support us further, there'll be a link down below to our Patreon, where all the money that we earn from Patreon goes straight back into the channel to bring you more and better videos in the future. But just by watching this, you really help us out loads. So let's dive into the Deathleaper,
If you want to be a little bit more cheeky, share this video, share it with your friends.
Share it, yeah, absolutely. Share it with everybody.
Let's see how many times we can get this shared upon the Tyranid pages. That would be awesome.
Share it with your mum, share it with your dog, share it with little Timmy down the street. Share it with everybody, And they go, well, I don't know, what's Tyranids? What's a Deathleaper? Don't care. Just share it, right? Share it out there.
Let's make everyone know what the Deathleaper is all about. That's what it is. Let's share this out. Let's make sure that everyone's prepared and ready for this little fella. So when that time does happen and the cult's risen up and it's brought upon end times, and we know that there's something lurking in the shadows, everyone is already prepared for it, because us at Twisted Dice has helped you guys and girls out there get prepared for what's about to come. So let's get straight into the fluff. So the Deathleaper. Now he was. Let me pass this on to yourself, John. So which fleet was the first one that was known for using this bioweapon?
Yeah, so as we spoke about last time, so with these kind of names, if you like, they're the names the Imperium gives these guys. So they give these kind of manifestations of just horror. They give them these kind of names. So even though the Deathleaper is a kind of character as such, he can be deployed by any Hive fleet. And it's just kind of an advanced mode of a lictor, if you like. So the first time that he got his nickname was in pretty much the third big Tyranid invasion, or the most notable, and the biggest to date, in fact, which was Leviathan. So obviously we'd had them first of all, just to get you hyped and get you excited about Tyranids. Kraken came on the scene, lots of tendrils everywhere, and then the big beast that is the Leviathan itself came through the galaxy, hitting it in multiple areas and really causing havoc, and is still causing havoc to this day, savaging the Blood Angels at its last kind of encounter. But as anything, these things have to start in little places, and where the Tyranid like to do is they like to shut down those important kind of communication moons and planets, and kind of whether it be a supply chain or some sort of command structure, they'll hit those first of all so they can cripple the defenses before they start to just move through the galaxy with their kind of this insatiable hunger for destruction. So yes, Leviathan was where the Deathleaper got his name. Yeah.
So the Leviathan is the one.
That's the one. That's the answer, right?
That's it. So
yeah.
The first Imperial world was Saint Caspelin.
Sounds right.
Have I said that right? And that was 997.541.
I think it sounds right to me.
It sounds right. Yeah, that's it. And it kind of like the storyline behind it is he's basically stalking a Cardinal Salem. And,
so he's the big chief. So he's obviously the guy that's pretty much leading the charge, if you like, within this kind of outer world. He's kind of keeping things on the straight and narrow, keeping people organised, and he's kind of running things, right?
That's it. And this guy is just playing the best game of peekaboo you can ever see. Because he's like the Deathleaper is just friggin' awesome. He just torment. Actually, do you know what he reminds me of? The Predator. Predator.
Exactly.
Stalking his prey, watching how just sitting in the shadows, just waiting there, looking at them, maybe perched up on an Imperial tower somewhere. Do you know when you see the little gargoyles sat on the sides? That's not actually a gargoyle, that's the Deathleaper. He just sat there, just all hunched over, I see you, mate. And then his job role is to cause panic and fear within the actual hive world itself, and he does this so well. It's the Salem. It's just a prime example. So he basically gets into the bunker and comes across Salem himself, and just pretty much rips apart his whole court. All his advisors, all his top guys, just absolutely rips them all apart and just covers him in blood, guts, sinew, the whole works. This guy is just dripping head to toe. I'm talking blood just pouring down the side of his face, out of a horror film. Carrie has got nothing over this guy. He's got the works, guts hanging off his shoulder, the works, and the guy's absolutely bricking it, and all of a sudden, what happens, John? What does the Deathleaper do next?
It disappears, literally, just it's that thing, isn't it? It's the lights go out and the lights come back on again. And where's it gone? Where's it gone?
What's going on, man? What's going on? This is not cool, man.
You've got that, and it's that feeling magnified, isn't it? When you've watched that horror film and you think, you've got to go up to bed and you're like, let me just check under the bed. No, he's not there. He's checking the back. Not there.
I can just imagine him
somewhere.
I could just imagine him learning the ability to speak or imitate human language.
Yeah. And then the scary thing about it is, so basically so the way that the lictors and the gene stealers work is they are, they're programmed within their DNA on their message that comes from the hive mind to be able to intelligently act outside of the main control of the hive mind.
Sure.
So the Deathleaper in particular got his name because he's particularly cunning and clever, and really advanced in his kind of tactics. So you can imagine that lictors had, when they'd been absorbed over the last few worlds they've taken over, had kind of really learnt loads and loads and loads. So the next one that the Norm Coin made, this Deathleaper, is like so on point. He just knows how to play that game. He's the ultimate assassin, and that's what he is. He is the Tyranids Assassin.
But the beautiful thing with these guys is, when they do what they do, they eat the brains of their victims, and like this what makes them even a better killer, because like devouring on the brains, it just knows everything that being
they learn the memories, they learn everything, their feelings, their faults, whether they,
and how do you reason
whether they prefer they prefer a Burger King or a McDonald's, they know it all.
Damn right, like, so
yeah, exactly.
The little guardsman would be like, please don't kill me, I'll give you anything, I'll tell you anything, mate, I'm not interested, let's just whack some soy sauce on this puppy. Straight down, okay, yeah, that was a bit chewy, chunky. But this is the thing, like, the lictors, Deathleapers, they know more about the enemy by devouring the brain mass upon them. So they'll like know all the weaknesses, they'll know like planet structure, they know a lot of the defense codes, they know where's the strongest points to attack, not to attack. So for the High Fleet to send these, the Deathleapers in first, he can find out so much information to feed back to the High Fleet. Well, it doesn't have to feed back, because like the High Fleet's just like tapped into the back of the brain anyway. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you've got,
and it knows it's coming anyway. That's the thing. So the High Fleet's on its way. The Deathleaper has a job to do, and his job is to basically take down these defenses in any way that he feels he can do that in the best possible way. So it could be just obliterating an outpost or something like that, just because he's just such an amazing, just killing machine within itself. Or it could be, ultimately just by picking apart someone's psyche, and that's what happened in this case. Because this guy was almost, you think of the kind of the famous scene from like Lord of the Rings, where the kind of the king's like mad, isn't he? He's like a quivering mess, and he's been told what to do by his little guy. And that's almost the kind of the image I have of this kind of commander. He's sitting there, he's just shaking. He doesn't know. Someone's coming in. He's like, "What do we do, boss?" And he's like, "I don't know."
You can just imagine it, can't you, with a lad's pistol and like just sitting in this room, like the maid coming in to like serve him, just like bang, shit, sorry.
But yeah, so I mean, and then that's so in this particular case, what happened was he just lost his mind. He just completely lost his mind, which then meant that his whole force, his organization just crumbled apart, being just a complete and unorganized mess. So when Leviathan made planetfall, it was just like taking candy from a baby. They just all running around like just in chaos. So the Deathleaper then done its job. It's literally, that's what he was there to do. He didn't need to kill anyone.
No.
He could have just gone in there and killed him, but no, it was much more effective to make him just an absolute fool.
But the thing, they're not,
which is so cool, right?
You're right. That they're the best assassins that the Imperium's got, the High Fleet's got. And the sole purpose is that another one of their things is that they'll wait until you've got like one or two guys just left out on their own, and they'll just go out and just attack them, just like from the shadows, just sneaking out, and just like the tendrils just coming around, like. Or it might even be that. It might just be like, do you remember that out of Aliens where I think it's Aliens 3, where he's like the aliens at the back and it just like straight into the back of his head, and then you just see him like just go like that, and then just pull back some of his brains. That's what I can imagine that being like. One of the captains walking down, or one of the sergeants walking down the hallway, just stop him for a sec, just have a toke on his little cigar or something, and then just like that, and like, oh.
Yeah. Well, they've got, so the thing is, and particularly what the Deathleaper has, he's got very advanced chameleonic skin. So he can literally be hiding in plain sight because he just camouflages himself into nothing. So you just wouldn't see him there. That's the thing. Scary. And even more, that's the thing. So when that guy, when he just completely annihilated his entire kind of command company, he could have been standing there just above him, just literally just with his claws like that. And he doesn't know where he is. He's looking either side because he's just invisible. And the Deathleaper could just finish him off, but no, he just kind of like prowls off. So yeah, it's
there's words I want to say and I can't because we're trying to keep it family friendly. But the ultimate,
you've got to help yourself, Darren.
Yeah, it's so hard. But as I say, the guy is absolutely cool. But like for myself, like. I've based with my model at my Tyranids. My Tyranids is based around the whole alien theme, but this one I've done like the Alia Pred, if you can remember that. So I've just got like where his mouth opens up because I just think it's just such a cool thing. But yeah, it's super cool. And what we'd love to know, guys, so particularly if you use the Deathleaper and he's in your force, and is there any kind of narrative that he's been involved in your games? Tell us a little bit how you've used him in the past, because we'd really love to hear your kind of stories. He's just one of those characters. He used to have some amazing rules back in the day that they've kind of neutered down a little bit. He used to have so many kind of really unique kind of characterful rules, which made him like a real nuisance. He used to be able to like lower the leadership of this and that, and he used to have just so many cool rules. And I'm sure there's some people out there that used him to great effect and used him, had some real narrative behind him. So to let us know kind of around that sort of narrative, we'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. What, and also, if you enjoyed this video and you like hearing about the Deathleaper, what other kind of key, or not even key, just what interesting kind of either Tyranid, but if you don't want to hear about Tyranid, what kind of other sort of hero or villain or character within the 41st millennium do you want to kind of hear about, and hear me and Darren or Darren and somebody else or whoever? We'll grab somebody on that's really enthusiastic about them, and we'll have a chat about it. So yeah, this is just kind of the start of what we want to do quite a lot of, guys. So hopefully you've really enjoyed this. I know I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun talking about the Deathleaper. Maybe we'll get Simon to talk about Tau Commanders.
I've heard that. So there's people that would like to see that. We might have to put a warning at the beginning of that one, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is not family friendly and designed for 18 above.
Absolutely.
And even if you're 18, you still have to have your mum and dad with you present.
This is very true. Yeah, definitely. He needs to come with a warning. There's no doubt about that. But we love having him on, so we'll definitely do something with Simon.
So just one last thing before we end this, because it is a short one. We'd love to see some artwork as well. If you've done some really cool conversions with the Deathleaper, or even the even with the Lictors themselves, we'd love to see any.
I thought you were going to say even with the Deathleaper.
With the Deathleaper, yeah. if you've got any cool conversions or any cool paint jobs that you've got, we would really love to see. Like, it's going to be a point where I'm going to start redoing my Tyranid force, so I can just show John up, and how a Tyranid army is meant to be played. So if you could be so cool and send us in some of your artwork over at the Twisted Dice Facebook page. We've got the group and we've got the page. We've got the group. If you want to join into the group, that way you can share any of your photos on there. As I say, we would really love to know. And don't forget to link me and John into it as well, because that'd be absolutely awesome. So that's
absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us. And we'll be back with another video soon, right, Darren?
That's it. And we'll catch you all again soon.